Hi, it's Nick. Just want to share with you these two items I bought for my layout. They're both the scheme of support our troops. And what I'll do is I'll go over the boxcar, all these little details that it has, and then we'll do the caboose. So I'll just take the caboose away and we'll start with the box. What I liked about it is the paint scheme. Right in this area it's all gray. And you have the American flag, and the stars do illuminate. And you have over here in white lettering, Union Pacific, 1943. Then you have some little weights in this area. And then on the door, you have the logo of Union Pacific. And then right in here, you have the symbol of the prisoners of war. And then you come back and you have a nice blue and white stripe coming down. And then you have the military colors. And then it says here, support our troops, in nice white lettering. Then you have the Union Pacific logo. And then Building America. And some more weights. And of course, if you have magnifying glass, you can actually read them. And I like the ladders on both ends, and I like the color that they made it red. Now the trucks, they're both cast iron. You have little springs in here, but unfortunately the truck, they're not spring loaded. But the caps, the bearing caps do rotate, and I hope the camera will pick that up. They are turning. And of course the door does open. And it does have a nice deck. Camera might not see, or you probably see it's black, but it has a little detail work on the deck. What I'll do is I'll turn it to one end. Now on this end, you have your coupler, which does operate. As you can see, operates there. Now they have a platform here, gray platform, and it's perforated and you can actually see through it. And then you have a ladder, and you have a handrail in here, and this is all separately applied. Even the brake handle is separately applied, and they actually have a chain right here. And then they have some nice little detail up in here in the way they have the construction of the end. Looks nice. And now we'll go to the other side, because the paint scheme is a little different, as you can see here. Again, it has the grayish paint scheme and the American flag and Union Pacific 1943 with the logo, Union Pacific logo, and the symbol of the prisoner of war. But then as you come back further, you have a nice blue, white, and red stripe, and nice red lettering, 1943. And then you have a blue, white, and then a blue. And it's a spirit of the Union Pacific. And it has the other symbol of the Union Pacific. Right. Yeah, this end, the only difference is that this end doesn't have the brake wheel, but it's actually the same as the other one. Now, I'll show you the roof. I like the roof, the design of it. It's silver, but it has these nice little ribs that they made. And then the bottom, they did a little detailed work to it. I want to make sure the camera gets it. Right in this area here, you have some cylinders, another device here, and then you have separately applied tubing in this area and over in here. And of course the pickup wheels for the lights, for this illuminate the stars. So basically that's about it for the boxcar. So what I'll do is I'll start with the caboose. And This, they put in some nice detail also. See if we can get it. Alright. Again, it has that nice paint scheme with the silver and the Union Pacific logo, and then this blue with the white bordering stripes, and that's the spirit of the Union Pacific. And then you have this red, white, and blue stripe coming down, and red letters 1943. And you have the nice American flag. Then you have a blue and a white stripe coming in on an angle. And then you have the military color. And these handrails, they are separately applied, and I like the color that they did it in, which is the red. And then you have a nice toolbox over here. And the steps, they're like a silver with the red border here. And also the steps in the landing, which is right in here, it's perforated so you can see right through it. And then of course I like the window of the cupola, and there's a chair you can see right in here. And what I'll do is we'll do the top. I'll tip it over. And as you can see, we'll start this end. You have the handrails from the ladder, and you have this black decking which is separately applied. And then you have the silver, the blue, the silver, red, white, and blue. And then the gray, and then they go into this military paint scheme, and you have your stack, and then you have your other handrails for the ladder. And this little device here, I'm not sure what it is. And also on the top, they have separately applied handrails right on each corner, which is a nice little touch to it. I'll show you one end. Make sure you can see it. The couple actually, it works. Open it up. There you go. Now you have a separately applied handrails in here. This is the ladder. And then you have your brake wheel, and you have a nice chain right here. And you can see this chain going down, but that's molded. But they did a nice job the way it looks. And right here you have some handrails, which is separately applied. And right here you have a separately applied handrails, and one over here. And then on the other side. And I like the way they did the window. And the door actually opens. It's spring-loaded. And this light right up here, when the interior illuminates, so there's this light here. And then on the cupola they have right in here the Union Pacific logo, the nice windows, and they have this black paint for the borders. And down here they have it silver, as you can see. Now we'll go to this side. I think both sides are exactly the same, except on this side you can see these tanks that they have here. And you can also see the chair, and that's where the conductor is, right in this area. And also the chimney, I don't know if you can see it, but right here there's separately applied pieces of metal which supports the stack. And I doubt you're going to see this. But right here there's another chair, and there's a figure in it, and he's facing this way. And the conductor in the cupola is facing the opposite way. We'll just do the bottom now. As you mentioned, this tank, but you have one here also, and you have all the separately applied tubing. And this is the on and off switch for the lights. And of course these are the pickup wheels for the current. So basically that's it as far as the caboose goes. As I mentioned, Lionel did do a lot of nice detail to it. I don't know if I mentioned to you, but also they have the rotating caps. I hope the camera can pick it up, but they're rotating. That's all I can say about the two cars that I purchased. So what I'll do, fellas, is I'll end the video, and I always like to share my new rolling stock. So I appreciate that you're watching it. I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed making the video. Take care now.